came out when I was 16. That was really tough because I got a lot of people like calling me horrible names. I had people throwing things at me. I had people shoving me in the dirt, like just horrible stuff.
Yeah, my high school, we had a couple gay bashings actually. And we were part of lawsuits opposing LGBTQ rights and inclusions in the campus. So it was not a friendly environment. And it really did affect the way that I went about my life a few years even after high school.
I mean, as a Black person, you know, we're not raised to be gay, and we already feel like we can't fail, like we don't have the opportunity to fail. So to be gay is almost like, it's almost like throwing the game, you know what I mean?
When I first stepped onto campus, I thought it was really big. It was a bit overwhelming, and you kind of felt like you're alone in a school of fish.
Oh my God, I was so nervous. The first day I moved into the dorms, there was like a dance party, and I did dance all through high school, but I didn't go. So I was just kind of afraid of like appearing too feminine or like being the gay kid right off the bat, you know, so I kind of just stayed in my dorm.
In my women's studies classes, I've always felt like very included. Some of my other more like gen ed classes and stuff like that tended to be a little less inclusive, and like you kind of had to remind the professors like, hey, gay people exist, by the way.
They've been really awkward. I know that a lot of classes have sections in their curriculum where they designate to talk about the struggles of the LGBTQ plus community. It's always been kind of awkward to have to sit there and listen to other students say things that are bad about the community, because you feel like they're saying something bad about yourself, because it's a part of your identity and it's a part of you as a person.
I took human geography, and I remember several times in that class there were instances where classmates would say really mean things about really any of the people being discussed. But when it came to LGBTQ topics, it seemed like there were more vocal people in that classroom, and the professor didn't do anything to address those.
I 100% have been in classrooms and classroom environments where, you know, your history professor starts going off about their beliefs, and it validates certain students and their beliefs and their viewpoints, but it also ostracizes others. And it just leaves me feeling like, well, there's another environment that I can't be myself in.
I feel like probably the first thing professors can do is they need to realize that just because there's no one in their classroom that they perceived as being obviously LGBTQ, that there are no LGBTQ individuals in the room.
The best thing that someone can do to support is to educate themselves. That way, when a conversation does come up, say in a class, and someone is having these ideas that are really hurtful, it's not the responsibility of LGBT students to educate the community.
Speak. We hear things all the time, like people making jokes about LGBTQ people, how they look or what they're doing. I mean, we always hear that from someone. But I feel like people are oftentimes afraid to speak about that situation. Do it. Speak about it. You know, hey, it's not okay to joke about someone like that. That's kind of hurtful.
You know, I understand a lot of the times because I am an intersectional minority, and I have a lot of friends who I love, and you know, they'll ask me questions, but sometimes I have to put my foot down and say, I don't want to be the spokesperson for anyone today. Because at the end of the day, I am just one gay Black person. There are many different gay Black people on campus, and there are many different types of people on campus.
You should always be learning. You should always be looking up stuff regarding the community. Like, things are always changing with our community. There's always new terminology, and just being open to being corrected by people from the community, because sometimes people get defensive and it's like, there's nothing against you. We're all learning. So, you know, it's okay to make a mistake.
This is an academic environment. We're supposed to learn and grow and change. Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to have a conversation with someone who's different from you. I have many different friends who are completely different from me, and we have conversations and we learn and we grow and we become better human beings.
If allies could educate themselves and be a part of these conversations and speak up for the community in these tough conversations, then I believe that we'd feel a lot more supported.